Hey, hey, hey! Good morning, fellow toy collectors. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you guys are well. We've got something very interesting in store for you today, and not the usual Sunday morning vintage. This is going to be some modern tat, I guess you could say, as they say. But this I think is definitely not tat. It's freaking awesome. I have never messed around with one of these things before, and I am super excited to get this thing out of the box and take a look at it because I want to know, do they hold up? Are they cool? Are they, is everything that it looks like in the pictures? You know what I mean? Is it and is it worth it? Because I think these are around like $50 or so. So these are kind of expensive. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. It's food. I'm sorry. I got some. The reason I'm a little bit late, I'm like 5 minutes over the starting time here, is because my dad I was getting set up and my dad ran to McDonald's. So I had to get a breakfast sandwich. I was like, yeah, give me one. Sure. So I was like down in that right before coming up. It's like, because he showed up right before we were basically right when we were going to go live. And I'm like, oh crap, I got a whole shove it in my mouth. Sausage and biscuit. I like the biscuits. I like the sausage at McDonald's. So that's what I go for. The Lobot's here. Hey, Lobot. Hey, John. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. I am having a good weekend. I had a good weekend full of some cool pickups that we're going to add to the stream here right now. Well, let's see here. I'll add this to the stream. I'm going to do this and make that big and make me small. So the other side of this is, if anybody wants to join in, please feel free to do so. I have a link at the top of the screen here. There is a does that show everybody? That shows everybody. Now, what's going on with my... Why can't I entirely turn the sound off on this thing? I don't understand the... Let me look at audio real quick. Hold on. How's that? No, I can still... I hope you guys can't hear that, but I can hear a slight echo off the other camera because it's still picking up some audio for some reason, even though everything's muted and checked off as don't work, like turn off. But for some reason, whatever. Oh, yeah, well, hopefully you can't hear that. But anyways, so normally we do Sunday morning vintage here on Sunday mornings. But this week I didn't plan anything. I'm just an idiot. I lazy bum, whatever you want to call me. I basically sat around playing video games all week long. And a couple, it's not just my fault. I was roped into Monkey Lizard Plays, and Salacious Realm and Sunny and my brother Tunnel Rat. There was I think there was a couple times during the week that we played games, and then Saturday we were playing games all day. So quite frankly, I just didn't. It's almost like I took a week off and I didn't. I was just playing video games and I didn't do any planning for this week or anything, and so I apologize to everyone out there who is hoping for another video this weekend, but I didn't get one done. But I've got more stuff to do a video on. So this week there'll be a video on one of these items, and then Mark's here. Look at this, Tunnel Rat's right here. Hey, Mark.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's going on?
I'm gonna look at this thing. You see this?
I know. I was gonna ask, is that white guy with the dark shade helmet next to the box? Is that the guy from Robotniks?
Yeah, robotics. You got it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yep, I thought so because I always liked that guy. But I always lost the visor.
So I got the Urban Mech at a store that has a bunch of these kind of mech and warfare sort of things, and this one he had slightly less than a lot of the others. A lot of these are around $50 or so. He let me have this for $40, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And then
It looks
because
cool.
I've been interested in those things, and they're
if it looks like the box, it's cool.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing about it is an action figure fits inside of it.
Oh, really?
So it actually opens up, and you can put a figure in there.
Well, that's cool.
And and then I went to my favorite vintage Petrucos, the vintage sort of thrifty shop, and I picked up these other guys here, the smaller ones, and they were just in his dollar bin, and he let me have the Yodas and the little. Is this a Digimon? I think that's a Pokemon guy. Yeah, I think this is a Pokemon, and he let me just have those. So basically $5, and I got all those little guys. And then Superion, I picked up from way back when, over there with Joey and Nilda from Appetite from Collectibles was there. So got to hang out with them a little while, and then went and go. So and I had been eyeing. He had 2 of these Superions in the cabinet, and I've been eyeballing them. They owed me a little bit of money from some past things that we had done together, and I was like, why don't you give me that money you owe me, and I'll give you this, and let me walk out the door with one of those Superions. But what he did is he let me. This is kind of cheeky, but he let me look at both of them, and I was like, "Oh, I like the white on this chest piece." And he's like, "Well, let's switch them," because this one was sturdier in his legs and how he was there. So it was like. He was like, it doesn't matter, the next person's not going to know. So we kind of took the better of the two. It was cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because you want it to be cool. So yeah,
I just realized I had the mic earphone down below, and I was using the other one, and I'm like, I don't know if they can hear me that well.
We can hear you. I don't know. All right, but
it worked. I guess I don't know.
So yeah, let's So yeah, I can hear your TV.
Oh, I can turn it down.
If you're watching F1, we could get a copyright strike.
No, it's motocross.
Oh, okay. Mike's here. Hey, Mike. Evening, John and Tunnel Rat. The green guy looks like Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. I think I thought you mean this little guy. I thought it was a Pokemon I thought it was a Digimon, but I think it's actually a Pokemon. Now that when I got home, I was looking at him. But I like little dragon guys, so I thought I just threw him in there just to. Sometimes I do that to try and sweeten the pot a little bit, and if I don't need them and someone really wants them, I can use it to trade, and.
Yeah.
But then he was like, just give me $5 because I thought it was going to be like, 6 or 7. I thought I could knock $1 off or something, and get it for $6 or $7. But he was like, no, just give me $5. The little guys can be considered free. Because he also gave me, I got a little Yoda, which I have one of these already. I think I've got 2 of these already. But this one's got a little bit of a bunged up ear, I think. But I just saw it and was like, well, I'll take the little Yoda home.
Of course. Yeah.
And then I got this little Yoda to go in the collection. He's like a little Playmobil or whatever. What do you call him? Like Fisher Price or something, Yoda?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Next or what are these called? I don't remember exactly. But his hands, I didn't realize his hands rotated until I'm messing with this one, and then I go, oh yeah, I can move the lightsaber. I thought it was stuck out like that all the time. His head moves too. Yeah. And then of course I keep finding, if there's any guy I'm gonna find in this area in dollar bins, it's Snaggletooth. Like
Of course.
I can't believe I found him like probably 5 or 6 times so far in like little bins like that. And I don't think people, what it is I don't think people realize it's a Star Wars figure. You know, for some reason, because they take all the other ones like Greedo and Hammerhead and put them in a bin that says like
But
$10 Star
he's
Wars
never in
figure.
with the Star
But
Wars
yeah,
guys.
he's never in with the
Yeah.
Star Wars guys. He's thrown in the dollar bins. And
Yeah.
in fact, I found him twice at Petrucco's that way. I found him one other time at Petrucco's in like a dollar bin. So I don't think they, in particular, know that Snaggletooth is a Star Wars guy. I think they just keep throwing him in a, like, what is this thing? I don't know. I don't know, but that one guy keeps buying them.
Yeah.
And then we have Governor Tarkin, well, Grand Moff Tarkin from, this was like Power of the Force Day, right? Age, that time period. And we got a Borg, because I think Borg are cool, and I was like, "Oh, I could use another Borg." You could always use more Borg. A little loose in the legs, I guess, but hopefully he'll stand up. Nice chrome arm with a pincer thing. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. Turn you into a Borg. Rawr. Resistance is futile. And yes, we have the guy from robotics, like you said. Robotics. But he's
I don't know why, but I've always liked
worn
that
off.
that character. Like something about it just always grabbed me, you know. Maybe it was because of those toys were so awesome, you know.
Yeah, and they were. Well,
I still remember getting them, and then we got them on Christmas morning. And then we had to drive to Syracuse to see Grandpa. We were in the back of the station wagon, building our robots.
Yeah,
stuff,
and
you know, and our ships, and
I think it's because it's something that you and I played with like a lot, and like we played with robotics and GI Joe like more than anything.
Yeah,
it seems like
yeah,
when we were kids.
Yeah,
and
that's for sure.
I do. I think we both, because we both got different sets, and we were both building them and playing with these guys, and
because I remember building what they were supposed to be, and then trying to build random shit, you know.
Yeah. You're right, John. It's a Pokemon called Rayquaza. I googled it, lol. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Solves it.
The real score will be finding a blue snag in the dollar bin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did find a second. I have 2 blue Snaggletooths. The first one I got back in the 90s, like 1992 or 93. I was in the mall that I worked at a comic book store. Remember Wayne's comic store, the Wonderland Comics?
Yeah.
So when I was working at Wonderland Comics, they had in the Penfield Plaza in the mall like thing there, that small little mall like thing.
Yeah.
And Parrington Square, that's what it was. That's what it was called. Remember that? Parrington Square in New York. And in Rochester, New York, there was a place called Parrington Square Mall. It was in Parrington,
Very
New York.
small mall.
Very small mall. I mean, there was like 5 stores in it, you know. Yeah. It was just because it was enclosed. It was like a little plaza, like a street plaza, but it was enclosed. So you walked inside, you know. But anyway, so the inside hallways, they would do like a toy show once a year. So, you know, toys and comics. I don't know if Wayne put it on himself or how it worked out. But so I walked out, and one of the guys had a cardboard box full of Star Wars figures. He had them, I don't know, it was like $2 or $3 each. And I just said, I'll buy the whole box. And that's how I've been that way since the 90s. That's not something I just have done recently. If I see them for cheap enough, I just buy the entire box and walk home with it, because I just like to have as many Kenner Star Wars figures as I can get my hands on. And I mean, you know that we were at that flea market with you and down by your house.
Oh yeah,
I bought the whole lot, you know, and the Darth Vader case, you know, and and it was a blue Snaggletooth. And he even pointed it out. He was like, "Oh, there's one of those Sears ones in there that you can only get at Sears," and so he knew what it was. But back then, no one knew it was as special as what it is today. They thought it was just like, you know, oh, if all the other ones are worth $1 or $2, he's probably worth $10, you know. So it wasn't like it was a a big deal. It was just, whatever. You just have them with the rest. And then recently, like 2 years ago or so, I was out. This was right when the lockdown, might have been only a year and a half ago, I guess then, because it was right about when the lockdown was starting to let up and people were testing the waters at having garage sales and things again. And someone had a box full of random figures. It wasn't all just Star Wars. There was a couple GI Joe. I think there was even a Buck Rogers or something in there and stuff. There was like a couple different figures from different lines, but there was a blue Snaggletooth in the box. And I just said, how much for the whole box? And I think it was like $20 or $30. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was along those lines, 20, 30, 40, something like that. And I just said to the lady, I was like, well, you've got an action figure in here that's worth a lot more than that. Because she was trying to sell them for $5 or $6 each figure, And I said, I'll just buy the whole box. And I actually told her, I said, well, you've got a figure in here that's worth a lot more than that. And I kind of don't feel comfortable leaving, and having you find out later that you sold something to me that was worth $200 or $300 for like $5. And she was like, oh, no, it's totally fine. And so I ended up just giving her an extra $5 after we settled on the price. I was like, well, here's an extra little bit for the good figure. So that's how I got my second one. But I'm not going to get rid of them. I had a million people ask, and I'm not ready. It's like a future investment to get rid of him or something. Plus, he's not in the best condition compared to the good one I have. Sonny is here. Did we say hi to Sonny yet?
Hey, Sonny.
How you doing? This is the face of Tunnel Rat. If you haven't seen him, this is the face of Tunnel Rat. A little dark though, but cold and dark. Your light's not on your face, so you're kind of.
I know it's a little dark. I can't really adjust it. But
Sergeant Slaughter's here. Hello. How you doing, man?
Let me see something.
All right. Good to see you. We're all big fans of Sergeant Slaughter.
I don't think that did anything.
Both Sergeant Slaughter as the G.I. Joe character and the wrestling phenomenon. And Lobot, I'm always living in hope of finding a pound blue snag in a charity shop. That's what I mean. It's entirely possible to find these things just in a random bin because a lot of people don't know what they are. Yeah. Keep on collecting. How you doing? Hi, everyone. Connor Fuller's here. Fuller's Figures. Hi, all. Out shopping, so swooping in to say hi. And thanks to John for supporting Liverpool today.
Yeah, I don't know. It still cast a big shadow.
If it was Sunday morning and I was lying down on the sofa semi-naked, what would I be watching on YouTube? This sexy body. That's what you'd be watching.
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter's giving us the thumbs up and the sunglasses. Hello.
Is that any better? I put a little light.
Oh, you're all right. Don't worry about it. Geek Strong. Hey, how you doing,
hey,
Dino?
Geek.
Underpants Squad.
Is it cold down by you, John? It was 51 up here this morning.
We Dad went out and got some sandwiches this morning, and when I opened the door, it was like freezing. Yeah. Semi-naked, by the way, is just a hat on. He's just got a hat on. That's funny. So yes, the last one we haven't looked at is I got this. It's an Adventure People nurse. Adventure People. And so yeah, I don't know what she's doing with this hand here. She's like, what? Why did they do this?
Yeah.
But I like some Adventure People. I think they're pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having a few of the sets, like vehicles or whatever, and usually these Adventure People are in dollar bins around here. They're not. I don't think there's anyone down here who's really collecting or seeking these things out. So I see them a lot, and a lot of times I just pass them up myself. But I decided from now on I'm going to start picking them up when I see them. So I've got some of the space sets like the Alpha probe and the Alpha, the rover thing that was rover on the moon with the robot and the stuff. But I don't have anything else, and I've got some aliens and space people, and one of those invisible, the clear blue ones I have. But I thought I'd start getting the other ones if I see them. So let's get these guys out of the way a little bit here, and we'll look at the Superion real quick. I'm gonna have to do a full video on Superion. He's gonna get like an in-depth video because we're not gonna transform him on this video, but we'll take a look at him real quick. He's pretty cool. I'm not one that's gonna collect all of the combiners from Transformers Vintage because they're pretty darn expensive. I mean, these are starting to hit like $150 to $200 complete with no box, and if you've got them with the box, they're starting to hit $600, $700, $800, sometimes $1,000 for combiners with the box. So even a loose one at $150 to $200 is a bit of a stretch for me. That's not what I normally spend on stuff. So, if I find them for a deal, like, I know these guys at the store, and like I said, they owed me a little bit from previous transactions that we'd done, and I was just kind of like building up some credit so I could snag something like this from them, when I saw something good. But yeah, pretty cool. And and I'm really happy that Joey and Nilda were very good to go with this kind of deal because it's pretty cool to have Superion. But I love Bruticus. I like so I've got Bruticus. I love the Constructicons. So I've got Devastator, but the Devastator I've had since I was a kid. That's the very one that I've owned since we were kids. And then the other one that I always liked was Superion because of the jets. But I was never a big fan of like Menasor with the cars, the Stunticons, and I was never a big fan of the Protectobots, so with Defensor. So those two are some that like I don't feel like I need to have them in my collection if it's going to cost me over $100 to get them. If some miracle of whatever I find them, a complete one for like $5, I'll buy it, of course, but I'm not going to go out there and try to spend over $100 for Menasor or Defensor or any of those. So So now I think with the addition of Superion to the Combiner collection, I think I'm pretty much good with the vintage Transformers that I want for Combiner ones. All right, now we're going to move on to this Mech. This is the main event, right? So we'll see how this turns out here. What's everyone talking about now? Monkey lizards for Elden Ring. Did you get it? Salacious?
Oh, yeah.
You got it, Mark, right?
Yeah, it was this morning when I got up around 6 or a little before, it said it had 37 minutes left.
It was still downloading after all night?
It should be done. Well, it didn't take the 21 hours. 21 hours
That's
would have
true.
put it at like 5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It should be done by now because it's been like over an hour and a half. So it's probably fully installed now.
Adventure People Nurse Fist Pump. No to German propaganda. Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez. It only takes an hour and a half.
Helping hand. Salacious, rub my bits, he says. Hashtag rub my bits. Oh, they got it going on now. There's going to be a fight in the chat.
I told you, Rum's not going to let it go. An hour and a half. 4 hours later.
Hashtag I get my news from Usual Mike. Look at that. I know zero about mechs, so this will be interesting. Darth Muzza's here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Darth Muzza. Good morning, Usual Mike. Oh wait, I mean, good night, usual Mike. It is
Yeah.
nighttime for Mike there in the
Yeah, that's what I was surprised. I was like, I get up and I check the time for the F1 race, and I'm like, it's already over. I'm like, it happened at like midnight or whatever. You know, I was like, geez. Unfortunately, I saw who won,
Oh no.
but it's not surprising, but
Yeah.
because of qualifying, you know, it's not surprising. Did you watch qualifying highlights, John?
No. I actually haven't had a chance to watch.
Oh,
either.
you've got to. And they interviewed Stroll, and he still denies that he moved over. He says the track falls to the right there. And they're like, the announcers are like, you know how the announcers are like ex-racers? They're like, no, it doesn't. You clearly turned right into him.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like he still denies he did anything wrong. And it's just like, good Lord, you idiot.
It's 9:30 there for usual Mike in Australia.
Yeah.
So was it in Australia? Is that why you're commenting?
Yeah. The race is in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Because they redid the track. They got rid of one of the chicanes and widened the final one of the turns before the final.
So what this is this is a 1/25th scale. Like we know how big these are.
Yeah, like they exist.
Something that doesn't exist can't have a scale. It's 1/25th of its natural size. Well, they don't really exist. So 1/25th of what? Made by Joy Toy, so we should get a joy out of this. Iron Wrecker, Urban Warfare Mecha, backup, you know, and it's got like all this cool drawings, movable joints, fully hand painted. Wow.
Oh wow.
But yeah, see, it opens up and a dude can fit inside of it. So there's like we get a guy with it.
Now you gotta. Does he come with it?
Oh yeah, he comes with it. Okay. They said. Yeah, and he's got a helmet that's removable and a gun. I am really hoping that this is 3.75-inch scale because that would be awesome, but I don't know. So let's see how.
Yeah, then Roadblock could go in it.
Yeah, right. We could put Roadblock or the nurse from the.
Yeah. Put Snaggletooth in it.
Yeah, there we go.
He can't see out the vision.
Oh, this looks awesome, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, it had an open. Sorry, it had a gatefold. Oh, it smells. You can smell the
paint.
Yeah. It had a gatefold cover, like an opening.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to see it in the box like that. But anyway, we missed that part of it. But anyway. All right, let's go get this bad boy out of its plastic shell. Oh my gosh, there's like 10 pieces of plastic here. So we've got another shell with look at all these weapons and accessories. This is crazy. Yeah, you know, I guess I should say that part of this is I'm so sorry, Hasbro, that you're no longer getting a lot of my money because you're doing stupid things. And now I'm venturing off into other tangents. And when I see something cool, since I'm not spending money on Hasbro products, I can actually pick these things up and check this stuff out. That's, wow, what the hell?
Wow.
Man? This shield is...
Those details.
And it's something cool. This big ass gun. And I have been actually a Mecha fan. Okay, so the guy is smaller than 3 point. He's about Snaggletooth size, I think.
Yeah.
He's a little taller than Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
He's not quite 3.75, but he's taller than a Mask figure. So we'll get. Oh, he's like fully articulated too. Holy cow! So we'll check him out in a second here. And we have a giant bag full of accessories. There's bombs, mortars, chain gun bullets, like all kinds of stuff in here. This is nuts. Like this is like really. Well, they give you a breakdown of all the accessories here on this instruction sheet, which I can't read because it's in Japanese. So. Oh my gosh. So apparently all the panels come off. So all the arm panels and everything can come off, and you can interchange armor and all kinds of stuff. So a lot of the parts that are on the figure will be able to come off and interchange with different armor and weapons. Oh, we can put that thing on its leg and weapons on its back. Here's how to do the chain gun stuff and the shield. Oh man, this is going to be cool. It's so intricate that it's going to be like, what do I do?
Yeah. It's almost overwhelming. There's so much. But in a good way, you know.
This guy is huge, man. This is massive. He's cool. Let me get his arms on a second. He came with his arms. Oh, each finger is individually. Oh my gosh, look at this. Each finger on this hand is individually bendable. So you can do whatever you want while you're messing around. What are you laughing at? What are you talking? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know what you just did.
Look at that hand. Look how cool that is. And the thumb is on a ball joint, so it's and the hand is on a. Does it move? Oh, okay. So you can go like that. Oh, interesting. So there's a twisty joint in the hand, and there's a ball joint down here, and then there's an up and back, so you kind of twist it, and you can move it whichever way you want. You know. That's cool. And then we have a double jointed elbow joint here. And the twist is going to be up in here where it can go like that. So, wow. And then his legs have a similar double jointed knees. The legs can move out and in and back and forth. And then we've got these feet mechanisms that, oh my gosh, man, look at all this. There is a buttload of movement on this thing as well. This is crazy. A total rocking hip joint and motion. And then the cockpit opens up to put the guy in there. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have been a Mech fan like since we were kids. Like I think a lot of it is to do with Shogun Warriors, to be quite frank. I think that started my love of giant robots. And then what happened is I got my, remember Nick? Nick worked. Did Nick work? Did we meet Nick at McDonald's? Did he work at McDonald's a little bit?
No, I think you met him at the comic book store.
Was that the comic book store that I met him that I worked at?
No, Nick wasn't part of the McDonald's Mickey D's crew.
It was the comic book store.
Yeah.
So
that is still odd, like think about that. Our high school job we still are friends with our coworkers from that job.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
isn't that odd? Like, you don't usually, it's kind of funny because we all worked together, then we all kind of left together.
Oh yeah. We all got sick of the place at the same time and left in relatively the
But it
same
was
time.
odd that we, usually your coworkers you don't, keep in touch with after you leave a job. Maybe one of them, but not what, three, four, two, three.
Well, Brian and Matt, right? Who else do we talk
Well,
to?
oh, that's right. Reed didn't work with us. We just,
Oh, well, that's Brian's brother. Yeah.
yeah, he didn't work with us. No, I guess it is just Brian and Matt. Yeah, that we stayed in touch with. Well, did more than that for years, but now just staying in touch.
Yeah, only because we live in different states.
Yeah.
So the figure himself, this guy's got a lot of movement. He's got that. His arms, of course, go all the way around. His armor is all separate pieces. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but this can move on its own. And we have an elbow joint, a hand joint. I mean, this guy can move in just about any position you can imagine. These joints are, I don't understand that, like, look at that. They're way better than even 3.75-inch Star Wars, and this is a smaller figure. Like a lot of Star Wars guys, they can't cross hands like that. You know what I mean? Like he can, because it's sometimes hard to get both hands on a lightsaber when you have a Jedi guy. But yet this guy can do it, and he's even smaller. There's something in these elbow joints that's different. This is a very unique elbow joint. It's pretty cool. But it might work because it's armored. You know what I mean? Like maybe that joint design doesn't work in a figure that's supposed to look human. Yeah. But he's got a good torso bend and twist. Leg joints that move pretty good. A good knee joint. Look at this knee joint stuff. Action. There's double jointed knees there, and feet rock and all kinds of.
Jeez.
This is essentially a scaled down Black Series figure with with a little bit better articulation. And all these armor pieces are separate. Like the belt is separate. The leg armor and the shoulder armor is
what did you
separate.
Get this for?
Oh, he sold it to me like for $40.
Oh my god!
He said he had a lot of this particular one, and generally he said a lot of them are $50 to $60 depending on how intricate they are.
Even that price is still like it. I think it's still worth it.
Yeah,
I'd pay $60 for that thing.
He's just about as tall as Superion. Let me see. Do I have it? A 6-inch. Well, I've got a He-Man figure here, so we can do He-Man for scale. And there's got to be a 6-inch figure. Where the hell do I have a 6-inch figure around here? Seriously, I don't have a 6-inch figure like lying near me.
I mean, there's just the level of detail and the amount of stuff you get.
Amigo figure. So I mean, you get an idea of scale here, I guess, between the Amigo and the He-Man figure. So they're almost 10 inches tall then. Yeah, so I mean this is
I mean, I would expect these things to be way more than just 60.
He comes
like in the hundreds.
He comes with 4 extra hands for the little guy.
So my gosh!
You can swap out punchy hands, open hands. I guess he's got gun hands on. Yeah, he's got one open hand and one weapon hand on. He's got a little helmet. This is cool.
Oh yeah, his helmet.
That's a cool looking helmet. And let's see if it fits. Oh, it's a swappable head, so it doesn't actually fit over his head. So you'd have to pull this head off with a scarf off and then put the helmeted head on.
Maybe.
There we go. It's something I realized. These straps are actually strapped into these slots. So this chest armor piece can actually come off by taking these straps off.
Oh,
And,
wow.
oh my gosh, that is crazy. So that's a whole separate piece. This chest armor is an entire separate piece that looks like you could actually take it off if you wanted to. This is amazing. Wow.
I want to see some of the other ones that he has too. If he's
Oh,
got multiples.
there was a brown military sort of one that looked really cool. So he's got a pistol here, the little guy does. And the pistol can fit in a holster right on the side of his. It's almost like a
It looks like a RoboCop gun.
RoboCop like thing, yeah. And then we've got the machine gun. We'll put that in his hand here. Oh yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah.
And he stands up very well. Really nice. All right, so then...
Jeez, that thing is awesome.
Oh my gosh, no way. So these all slide apart. So the front of the gun could come off to make a snub weapon. And then you can... This looks like it slides out as well. It does. And then the canister can slide out. So you got like a little... I had no idea the weapons were going to be interchangeable like this too. This is cool. Can we like put this in here? There's another slot here. I'm wondering what we can do with that, but it's got to be something that's more straight on. I can't really... Oh, you can do that. Hold it from the top, I guess. All right, well, we'll keep it.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Yeah. Oh, look. So there's a slot up here, so you could... So we could do something like this and have the canister up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think like what would you slide onto that I've
There
got
might be
here.
something in the bag.
Yeah. All right, let's give him the gun. Let's get this little guy out of the way. Let's see what it looks like when we... So it's cool that you can sort of make it grip the gun with all of its fingers like that. And then his hand falls off. Okay. So I guess there's some...
You got to put the shield in the other arm.
Yeah, there's a couple limitations with the robot just because of how clunky he is, but you can...
I don't think he's really meant to grab the front of the gun.
Yeah, maybe he's not. So the way the shield goes is you got to get these pins out of this bag. So this bag... Because see, the shield has all these sockets on it. So you can put the grip part in any of these holes and have them in any arrangement you want. So shield down low or up or whatever, you know. So they give you, again, they're giving you options. $60, 45 in the UK. Great value. That's a lot of bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Biles here. Hello, Bile.
Hello.
Christian Fandom Geeks here. Hello, Christian.
Hey.
How you doing? No Paz Vizsla yet. Tunnel Rat, what's one of your favorite toy or toy lines that you had as a kid? Or if John wasn't looking, what toy would you borrow, wink, wink, and put at your...
Oh, I was always... probably the biggest was G.I. Joe. I think I had the most of my toys were G.I. Joe. And that's the biggest thing that I remember always playing with and is always my favorite.
Nice details. Good workmanship by the look of it. Very good value. Everyone's saying hello to each other. I'm in the Midlands. Sags and Tunnel, G-Force!
Hey, G-Force.
How you doing? So now the chain gun, the chain bullet parts are completely bendable. And wow, we got all these other pieces here. Oh, this is a handle for the shield. You would combine it with we need a peg. There are all these little, here we go, like this thing. So you would probably do, let's see.
That doesn't seem right.
Or like this. No, then it doesn't leave room to grip. All right, there's got to be a straight through peg here somewhere. Ah, here we go, a straight through peg. So this would go in here. See, they give you all these extra pegs for different options of what you're going to do. And then you could, so you could, I get it. You could put it in the middle and have an actual handle like that. Yeah. And then he could hang on to it.
It's just weird. You got to move his fingers to grab it.
Yeah, and you got to tighten them up like to hold it.
You know, versus just slide it down into a fist, you know, or a hand, you know, an open hand.
Yeah. It's one of those figures that you really got to work with. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I get why they're saying this is an adult collectible, not for kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because you really got to, like, get it in the right... It's not something, like you're saying, that's just peg and put it in. You know, it really has... it's really got, like, some... You know, like, things will flop around and fall apart if you're not careful, you know?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So, on the back of the figure, we got this big canister. What I'm curious about is if the machine gun parts can come from any, like, what's the... Okay, so this might go on here. Oh, okay, so that can come off, so we can mess with this. All right. And then we can put this back on. And we've got this holder, and then we can...
Destroy stuff.
Look, I know what we can do. Here we go. Watch this. Let me turn this around. this back on. Okay, so we're going to turn this a little bit more. Put this back so we can have a shoulder gun. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
We got a little claw accessory we can use for something if we figure whatever else we want to do with that. But there's little canisters, extra canisters to put on things. Oh, I guess we could make an extended barrel. Like, I gotcha. So we could use the, do we have another straight through piece? There's a million different of these kind of connectors here. There's a whole bag full of them. So we've got a ton of different little options here to work with. That's kind of like the I can't get one of them off. I had to bite it off. Because I'm wondering, you could do this as like a barrel extension. See what I mean here? You could just...
Yeah, I just double checked. It's been in the game's fully installed now, so.
Oh, it doesn't quite fit in there all the way, but I mean, we could do something like that. I was wondering if I could make like a snipe. Oh, but it fits in this one, I bet. Yeah, nope, that doesn't quite fit. That's why they didn't give us a bunch more of these straight through ones. So what do you use that for? I'm wondering if there's like spots on there, like we could just peg it onto the arm, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
But anyways, so let's get on to, let's see how the guy goes into the cockpit, because this... Overall, this is pretty cool, and when I get it...
Oh, yeah.
When I get, like, situated with this thing and figure out all these little... I mean, this entire... You can see this pile here, right? This whole pile is all extender parts, like these little nubs that you can do for plugging into these holes in everything. There's the weapons have the shoulders, the legs have these little pegs for them. So you can pretty much, there's elbow joints, there's straight through joints, there's also joints with that little clip on it so that we can slide them onto the weapons where we saw how the canisters were coming off, you know, like how this was coming off and the front came off. Like there's little additions to slide these on and then peg things. So you can, it looks like you could really, you know, sort of customize this to the way you want to make them look and really make something your own. And then we got this claw, which I don't really know what this is for yet. It's got to go somewhere, right? But yeah, so it's very much a vehicle that you can totally like customize to the way you want to do it. We're going to open this hatch up. Look at this. The hatch even has a handle to make it look like it's something the character would grab and close shut. It opens very wide, so that's satisfying. Look at that interior. Can you see the detail in there?
Jeez.
There's three control like mechanisms.
It's a little fuzzy.
There.
It's not focusing. There we go.
We got screens on the sides. There's a lot of like detail in there. It's really incredible, and the seat looks awesome. And it looks like he stands up. He doesn't actually have to sit down like in a seated position, so you don't have to bend his legs that much. So the guy looks like he probably just slides right in like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty satisfying. That's pretty cool seeing him in there like that. And then can we... it really closes up on them. That is cool. This is like Exo Squad to the 10th level or something, right? What do they say? Like to the 9th degree? I don't know how they. Yeah.
Degree, I think it is.
Oomph. Oh, the stock comes off here too. So. Yeah, this stock is on one of those slidey things, so the stock will come off once you play with it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll come off.
Yeah.
So you know what's fascinating here is I bet if you get different sets, if you get more sets of these, so you get other robots, they'll come with different guns and different accessories, and eventually down the road you could probably use those weapons because I bet these connectors are the same on the whole line, of course.
I wonder if you could interchange parts and stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah, and then make, because like these are the urban. This is the urban good guys or whatever. So it's like I'm gonna have to. What I want to do is I want to get one of the shadow. There's like these shadow bad guy ones that have. Like there's one that has like a bunch of knives, and I was like, if this one works out and I like it, I got to get a bad guy for him to fight. You know, I'll have two of them in the cabinet, kind of looking like they're fighting, and that'll be my display of this for representing this kind of stuff because I can't get a lot of these at the price point.
Well, at least you know, like if you can't get a deal, $60 is not bad.
It's still not bad. Yeah.
You know, for what you're getting, it's like. Who cares if you can't get a deal? Like, complete your set and be done with it. It's only,
complete.
It'll be worth it.
Halt. You have 10 seconds to comply.
Yeah.
I just love the mechanical look of the arm and hand.
Oh,
like it looks like a robot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's not. And the way the feet are, they totally look. The feet just look like. Breathe, and they're just, all. I mean, it's just like all these joints and even these pieces that move. It's like holy cow, like how cool is that? You can really, like get these guys and they peg apart. That's the part that I mean. Like everything is on this peg system.
Yeah.
So you're right. So like even that, like when you get a different mech, you could probably like take the leg off one and put it on another, and then it'll act like it was like damaged in battle and it had to pick up parts along the way.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could probably totally mix and match and make your own. But as a like I got into Robotech, and then like I was saying with Nick, he got me into BattleTech and Battle Mechs and everything. And I remember he used to play the tabletop game, and when we went to Gen Con, like Nick was in a tournament for BattleTech or whatever, and we Battle Mechs and everything, the Mech Warrior stuff. Remember Mech Warrior?
Yeah.
And I sat there and watched them play like all night long. It went till like 4 a.m. or something, and then we all left the game and went over to like a Dunkin' Donuts that was right near Gen Con and got some donuts and sat there chowing down and getting ourselves back awake for the next tournament, But I thoroughly enjoyed just watching them play, even if I wasn't in that tournament, because I love Mech Warrior related things and Battle Mechs and things like that. And I never quite saw anything other than like say Exo Squad or a few of those Robotech guys that came out that had some true battle mechs, And it's not until today when I this weekend. Well, I saw these at the store that I went to like a week or two ago when I had to take Dad to the hospital, to the doctor.
Yeah.
And I was looking around while I was waiting for him at a few stores, and so I went back there yesterday and was like, I'm kind of interested in one of these things, and I started talking to the guy about them because he's got a lot of this kind of stuff in the store, and this is the one that he had one or two of them that he recommended, and he was like, I'll let you have a deal on these, and I picked this one because this was I thought the coolest looking
No,
one
it looks cool, yeah.
of the batch, but there was one with all these knives and like stuff off it, and it's like, and I think that's a bad guy one. So if I got another one to fight this guy, I might go with one with all the knives because it looked like he had knife wings almost like off the back of him. It looked pretty cool in the box. But yeah, I mean, so I've always been interested in having some kind of mech toy, but I've never really pulled the trigger.
I think you made a good choice.
And this is cool. I mean, look at all those missiles and those shoulder rockets and everything.
Yeah.
And I really just like how this works with a figure too, because I'm all about like having things fit figures inside, and I think that's really cool that this can do that. You got a guy that can go in there with it. It's pretty cool. JT's here. Hey, JT, having just joined, I don't know what this robot is. It reminds me of those things from the Matrix. It is I'll give you the box again. It's a Joy toy thing. Japanese robot, Iron Wrecker, Urban Warfare Mech. They are a Japanese company. And it's the first time I'm messing with one myself. I've never messed with these guys, but I really think they're cool. It's more like 10 inches. We had an 8-inch an 8-inch Mego figure here, and he's taller than a Mego. So I want to say he's almost 10 inches tall. So and the figure was smaller than 3.75 inch, but taller than a Mask figure. So it's in between Mask and Kenner Star Wars, the action figure that fits inside. And he is removable, so, and very posable. This guy is incredible in his detail and posability and weapons and stuff. So he's going to open that hatch up real soon. He died. He got shot by some other guy. Now he won't go quite in the same spot, but whatever. Live in North, even though I'm legally a Londoner. Off-World Adam, hello, how you doing? So we're gonna close this down real soon, Mark, and
yep.
Everyone's saying hello. Got to get to sleep, guys. Catch you later, John and Tunnel Rat. See you, Darth Muzza. Good. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night. Muzza's also in Australia there, I think, or New Zealand, right? Is he New Zealand or Australia? Yeah. Looks incredible. Yeah, I think so. I think he's really cool. It's a fan. I'm very happy with this, and I'm definitely going to get one more. I'm not going to go balls out on this line. I'm just going to get one more to have them sort of look like they're fighting. And but there's a lot of cool ones in this series. There's mechs that are urban, jungle camouflage color. There's the brown tan, like of the desert, and there's even white ones for Arctic. And they all have slightly different armor and different things on them, so that's not like it's this just painted white and this just painted brown. They're totally different. They have different weapons, different stuff around them, but they still look like they're in the same universe, though. You know what I mean? So you'll get it if you try to look these up and see them. They're Joy Toy, JOYTOY. So I highly recommend checking them out now that I've got a chance to play around with one of them.
Oh yeah.
and like I said, they're going to vary in price, but depending on how much you get with the guy, and probably where you're buying them and what you can do. And I guess there's two different scales. There is a larger scale of these, so there's also a 1/18th, which I think makes it bigger, even bigger. So you want to get you want to stay in the scale that you started in, I guess, is how it goes. But I think I imagine the bigger ones are even more expensive, probably running $100 or something.
Yeah.
But this is big enough for me. I mean, look how he's already pretty big.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, guys, this has been a look at the weekend pickups here. Sunday Morning Vintage will return next week. I promise I won't be as lazy, and I'll actually plan something. Tez and I want to do one on Transformers, GoBots, and other transforming toys that are like that somewhere down the road. So maybe we can do that. Maybe I can get Tez on board for next weekend, and we can work that out. We'll have to see here. And like I've said too, is I want to do one in the future on kung fu and karate. And you get what I was trying to do. I'm trying to set the guy up on this thing here and see how it looks. You know how sometimes you see them like standing on their mech, like they're. I see that in anime things all the time. I was trying to do that. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna try and get that. I'll try and get that Transformers and look who's in the stream here. We'll have to talk to Adam real quick. I don't know how long Adam's been waiting for us. But...
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good you. Yeah.
Doing good. You ever saw one of these?
Checking out your goodies. Yeah, man.
You ever see one of these mechs before? Have you messed around with any of this stuff?
No, I was about to ask all these questions and you answered them. About the scale and stuff. Yeah, that's impressive, man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Reminds me of the old Robotech.
Almost. Yeah, Robotech or like a Mech Warrior battle mech stuff, like that's kind of what
Macross, I guess they call it now.
That's where my interest came in on a lot of this stuff, and I'm excited that there's a toy line that kind of fits the bill for that sort of love, and you get a little figure with it that can go inside. I mean, that's so cool, like I didn't expect.
So is it like StarCraft scale, you think, maybe, or bigger? So that would be wicked.
So this is a 3.75 inch. So he's probably only about 3 inches tall then, right? Yeah, he's roughly, he's roughly 3 inches tall. So I don't know. Is that about the same scale?
The magnet feet guys. Do I got the name right? The Star.
Oh, you mean the Starcom? No, Starcom is
Starcom.
Smaller. Starcom are only about like 2 inches, so this is definitely taller than Starcom. Yeah, definitely.
But the articulation in that figure for being so small was amazing.
Yeah, something fell down and I didn't hear where it was. I'm like, if you don't hear where it was, I'm gonna find
avalanche. John, you're on PlayStation Network, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just finally got my PS4 working. I didn't realize you could start it up in smart mode or safe mode, sorry, and do an update that way. So yeah, I've been offline for 2 years with no reason, so I'm back on. I'm back on. Maybe you can add me. Offworld _ Adam. Yeah, I'm playing all the time now.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm Vintage Geek _ Anox, because a lot of newer people knew me as Vintage Geek from Super Awesome Geek Show, and then my friends from old know me as a Nox because I used to play like Dark Age of Camelot, World of Warcraft, Lineage. We played Lineage. We played Ultima Online, and I always had a character named Anox of some kind in that.
Nice.
Anox. So it was funny because I actually changed my PlayStation name completely where it didn't have Anox or anything in it. And I got a message from, do you remember Madoku?
Oh,
This guy named Justin who played a character named Madoku. And he messaged me going, "Are you no longer on PlayStation?" I woke up one day and I couldn't find a Nox, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I got a couple other messages. I got a message from Quincy and a couple other people, and I was like, "Geez, these guys from way back only know me as a Nox. I better put that back in the name somewhere." So I kind of hyphenated it so it, yeah. So I was like, I got to keep the old gamer tag no matter what,
Yeah, no kidding. I gave up my old one. It cost me $5.
Yeah, sometimes to change them, they don't want you changing it too often, right?
Yeah, first time back. Yeah, it's crazy. I forget so many. I didn't forget Battlefront 2. I just forget other games. Getting back into it. It's like, oh, geez, wow. Like tech trees and certain things.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't stay on top of it, you're lost almost.
Hashtag from Rum, don't go balls out. Yeah, Geek Strong's got it at 9, and it's about 45 minutes from now. Geek Strong and Dandy going on. Toys and Fitness. And I think it's on, is it on Geek Strong's channel? Is it on your channel, Geek Strong? Put them up against a Hydra Stopper and an Ironmonger. I actually don't own either one of those. Sorry, GeForce. I just didn't buy them because I don't know. I didn't.
That'd be cool if they scale with Gundam models.
Yeah. I'm sure the one size does. I mean, the small 8-inch aren't going to scale with it, but the larger model kits that you can buy will probably tuck in your balls. Wash your balls. What is all this balls talk on our?
Because you said you don't. I'm not going to go balls out on me. That's why.
Protect from windburn. Keep them tucked in.
Yep. Special lady friend love ball. Oh come on.
Doer.
Yeah, doer. Let them breathe. There we go. I'll find whatever fell when I step on it. Yeah, in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Lego. Oh.
Jesus. See, Lobot's dying too. Something falls, you don't know where, then nothing is broken, everything's okay. Yeah. Yes, Toys and Fitness on my channel. There you go. Hashtag monkey lizard ball odor attracts special lady friends. All right.
Oh man, right. I sent Salacious Rum a friend request. Oh no.
Yeah.
Comes with free odor.
Yeah. It will. Yeah, we'll have to do a big monkey lizard plays some Saturday morning. Get you on with us running around Battlefront and stuff. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But anyways, guys, I wanted to get out of here closer to 8 o'clock. It's already almost 8:20. So thanks a lot for taking a look at this stuff with me. Hope you guys enjoyed looking at that mecha, the urban warfare mech from Joy Toy is the company, and these are about 10 inches
Very
tall.
Cool.
Tons of accessories, really well done on the paint job and everything.
It's impressive.
But it's definitely an adult toy because the way it's put together, the module nature of it, the arms and legs come off, the parts all can come off. It's definitely something that you work to get into a pose, make sure all the pieces are on in the way you want them on, and then stand there in the corner. It's almost like a model kit. It's not something that you're gonna play with as a toy and be all crack, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's definitely not for kids. Kids would probably disintegrate this thing in an instant.
Well, they choke on all those pieces probably.
Yeah, and they'd eat everything and die,
Ooh,
right?
Candy.
But definitely an amazing adult action figure
There
Mecha,
we go.
And it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's cool. Is that from the 2000 era, early 2000 line?
Yeah, it came with this one too. But I got Storm Shadow on it. But.
Yeah, because I saw a Conquest the other day in a box painted like that with the black and gray stripes, and I think it was like 2002 or somewhere in that range. I don't know, early 2000s, early to mid. And I was like, "Holy crap! I didn't even know this version of the Conquest existed." It's like gray and white tiger stripes in a sense, and
yeah,
it kind of reminded me of the way that VTOL is striped. You know, that it was that same kind of color pattern. So that was pretty cool.
It's impressive. It even has a snake eye sticker on it.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Comes with the guy, and his visor lifts up. You can actually see his eyes.
Oh no way! Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew they made one like that. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I'm gonna have to look that one up, man. You got
original mold too. Man.
Yeah.
The old school. Good.
That's cool. Yeah.
Had to use tweezers for the stickers.
You do, yeah, you do, yeah. Yeah, if you want to get them on right without tilting them or having them wonky, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Way different.
Yeah, we can't forget that we also have Lego studs later today on Salacious Rum's channel, 10 Eastern AM. That's 5 p.m. in the 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, no, 3 p.m. in the UK. So 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK, Lego studs. I don't know who said these guys were studs, though. I mean...
Yeah.
Who names this stuff?
I know. Who names this stuff, right? Yeah. Daily dose of macho ball. Oh, that'll get everyone to tune in, Rum.
Oh, yeah.
Smell my balls at 3 p.m. Please come over here.
It's going to start jarring it and selling it. Essence of rum.
Stop. Note to self: stop watching John's show so I can save money. That's funny.
Yeah.
There's the link. There's the link to the Lego build. So go check that out. And yeah, on that note, I guess we'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Adam, thanks for joining us for a little bit here at the end.
Get to see my face.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
We'll have to have you on as a full episode at some point.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, guys. Have a good day. See you guys.
Cheers.
Right. Yep. See ya.